Hi guys, so today we're going to look at the Lavender House. The description of the Lavender House is a lovely suburban home with a bedroom, open living room, and functional bathroom and kitchen, partially renovated, includes some leftover materials and furniture that can be repurposed or sold, might require some cleaning. So we're going to take a look at this place. It definitely needs a clean, but I don't think there's anything that I really want to reuse in here. The colors aren't really the palette that I want to go with. I want to choose a more neutral color palette. So I probably, no, that's a no. No. And there's a lot of awkward little nooks and crannies in this house. Don't love that. Oh, we should choose that color for the bathroom. Why would you pick that color for the bathroom? So gross. And then we have a little back porch, which is a disaster. The description said that this was an open living room, but I wouldn't really classify this as an open living room. It's walled in. It's not connected to like a dining room or kitchen or anything, so there's walls between those spaces. You can't see between them. Alright, so now that we have a look at the place, here's the plan. I want to knock out some of the walls and make it a bit more open. I want to choose some more neutral colors, and I want to give some curb appeal. Alright, so let's start by cleaning this place up. I like to pick up all the trash first, and then wash everything, and then start my renter projects. It's just easier for me to do it in that order. I feel like I don't miss things then. So we're going to start with all the trash. I do remember that you can earn some money when you throw away bags. But I think... Oh, try that again. Yeah, so you do make a bit of money. But I think it's the further away from the garbage can you stand, the more money you can make. So let's try it. Just kidding. Let's try it again. Oh no. No! Okay, well, you get the picture. We're just gonna put this in the trash and get to work. Enough horsing around. Okay, so we knocked out all the walls, we cleaned it up, it looks a lot better. This is what I classify as an open floor plan. But I want to raise the ceilings a little bit and create a little dormer in the bathroom, maybe make it a little bit more high-end. And we're painting the walls with a more neutral color. It's a little bit darker than I think most people would go for, but I like it. I open up the ceilings in the whole house, and I'm gonna add these beams in. This is my little trick for making sure that my beams are lined up properly, and because then I can attach them to something. They don't attach to anything but a flat surface, so I did that. New flooring. And a fireplace. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go with a more like country, rustic look in this house. Really wanted a little herb garden in this kitchen, so I'm just sticking it over here in the corner. I know it's not a big project, like knocking walls out or anything, but I think it looks cute. And some more touches in the bathroom to make it a little bit more high-end. Put these glass walls in. Dormer's up there, you can just see it at the top. And I put the bathtub in here. Have a little lunch break, and then we'll get back to work. Alright, so it's time to fix up the outside. I did like the purple on the exterior of this house, but I decided to go with something a little bit more rustic. So I chose a red, a nice heritage red, and black. I know it's quite bold, especially given everything around it is going to be quite cookie cutter and plain, but that's okay. So we are going to paint the exterior, finish putting the siding on, cut the grass, put in some gardens, kind of fix up the aesthetic of the outside, and then it'll be time for the reveal. So one thing I wanted to do in the front yard was make a raised garden bed because everything was ground level and I wanted to give the yard some dimension in different levels. So I'm gonna put in a raised bed here, fill it with concrete, paint everything black inside so you can't see any like mismatched colors or patterns or any of the red brick, like the building brick. I like this because it's gonna raise the plants up to like window level, which means you get to see a little bit of nature when you're sitting in your living room and people can't necessarily see directly into your window from the street. So I had an idea for this window. I think it's gonna look really cool, but it's not really cool to do. It's quite tedious. I'm gonna throw little pieces of vine around the frame of the window to kind of mimic a wreath, but you have to line them up just right. And I know I'm not gonna go all the way around. I don't end up going all the way around, but that's okay because I'm gonna put in a window box for this window, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so it's finally time to look at the completed house. I'm super excited about this one. So I did a bunch of landscaping in the front. I made a huge garden beside the driveway. I put the window box in and the raised garden bed in front of the living room window and just did some quick decorating here. Open floor plan. So we have a living room, a dining room, and a kitchen. I really like this space. And I even had space for a little like entry and some storage. So there's the bedroom. I didn't do a lot to the bedroom, just kind of painted it and put some furniture in. I adjusted the windows a bit. That's about all. And the bathroom. This one was a big project. That dormer was kind of a pain to put in, but I think it looks a lot better. It doesn't feel so closed in now. And just a really quick, simple backyard. You have a bit of a barbecue area. Can't really see, but it's behind this pole. And a little dining area. It looks pretty good. And that's our house. It's not a lavender anymore, but I think it looks great. Thanks for joining me on this project, guys, and I will see you next time.